What's going on, people? What's up, Solid Steppers? What's up, Tech the Titans 2.0? This is Miss Ward coming to you. Um, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with you today. I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I kind of want to make sure we're all focusing on thriving in 2025. I did a video last year at the end of the year about preparation for 2025, and people were trying to make notes in the comments saying I'm fear mongering and all this other stuff. But how you like me now? You need to be ready. You don't need to be getting ready. So we're gonna get into it, and I want to talk about thriving in 2025. I got a couple of notes here, and if I look away, it's just because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So the title today is Thriving in 2025: Discipline, Structure, and Moving Without Emotion in Business. There are a lot of things going on in America right now, and people are all in their feelings. And what they need to do is learn how to read and apply accordingly. Read, understand what you're reading, and apply what you see. Prime example. Um, you got to be really clear about the foundation of your business. There are a lot of things and a lot of opportunities out here that you can thrive in as long as you understand the rules of engagement and you have things in order in your business. Um, I think it's no excuse not to be successful. I think, in fact, I know it's just important that you skill all the way up. You know, a lot of people have been getting by with these half-ass skills and their gift of gab, but they really don't apply them consistently. They have been relying on what they knew 20, 30, 40 years ago, 10, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. It's not going to work. With the advent of AI and the advent of just modern technology, you should have everything at your disposal to be successful, and you should be comfortable in it. You should not be in the service business and not be able to use tools that help you do your job better, that help you to diagnose. You should not be in the service business and not be comfortable with AI and chatbots and ways to service your clients better as far as streamlining processes. So at this point, you have to be responsible. How are you going to maintain, whether it's customer to business or B2B, business to business, how are you going to stand out? How is your product going to show up better than everyone else's? It comes back to you. And that goes back to the discipline. Get the emotions out of business, stop crying about what's not fair, and get out here and get at it. That's where I've been. I haven't made a video in maybe a week or two because I just been out here grinding. I'm trying to make sure that the trajectory of my business is going to exceed the forecast that I have. And I know I have to put the work in, the blood, the sweat, and the tears to get it done. I'm not concerned about the roadblocks. I'm not concerned about changes that are being made when I already telegraphed the game. Like, if you don't understand the world you're living in and if you don't prepare yourself, you are responsible. So, prime example, let me just go over some things here real quickly. Um, Successful businesses thrive with systems and discipline, not emotional interactions. You have to focus on facts and not feelings. For example, the SBA is currently waiving all fees for SA loans, 7A loans. What does that mean? That means you need to Google SBA, Google S7A loans, and see where you get in and fit in. Make sure you have the documentation so you are ahead of the game. Whenever the government agencies start to waive fees and start to make things easier for people, most people are not prepared because they don't have the basics. They don't have the tax returns, they don't have their business plan, they don't have business relationships, they don't have documentation. Don't be those people. Because at the end of the day, there's always resources, but are you structured in the proper way to take advantage of them? You know, a lot of people are running their businesses off the seat out of their pants, off of Square, Cash App, QuickBooks, and they really not looking at it. They may have purchased these items, but they don't understand them. And it's okay though. You got time. The time is now. Get out here and figure it out. Don't go handing your paperwork to people to explain it to you. And if you're going to get someone to explain it to them, pay them accordingly and vet them and hold them accountable until you understand. I see so many people that work so hard in their businesses and they mess up their personal credit. They don't know what business credit is, or they mess that up. They get one card here or one relationship there, and then they damage it because they don't have a relationship across the board so that they can have options. 2025 is the year that you need to be multi-talented and multifaceted in all areas of your business. There are no more excuses. The rubber has hit the road and you need to be on it. And I'm explaining that because how you gonna sit here and cry? Oh, this ain't fair, that ain't fair, and they did this, they signed this. Let me tell you something. If you down here on the ground getting it in, you stacking your paper, you stacking the deck, and you're preparing for whatever comes. I am not a part of the group that want to cry. For instance, I'm gonna just put this out here because I know y'all in your feelings, so I'm gonna put you all the way in it. I have never applied for anything minority. I am not listed as a woman owned business. I'm not listed as a minority owned business. I haven't subscribed to any of those uh, programs because I just didn't run my business that way. I knew that I needed to be viable no matter what happened in the world off of my skill set, not the way I look or my gender or my preferences. And a lot of people got a problem with it. I don't really care because guess what? I'm good for now. At the end of the day, because my mindset was on the way of being elite and excellent in what I did, I didn't subscribe to the rest of the stuff. The them against us and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. I have told you guys from the very beginning. Business is about strategy and structure. Strategy, structure, and discipline. And it begins and ends with you. So now that we are here and we are only in January and people are losing their minds, you better have your house in order because I told you guys in that video in 2025, the preparation for 2025, if you can are better than everyone else, if your skills and you can dominate in the area that there is high demand and low supply, you are not going to have a problem because people don't care what you look like or where you come from when you show up to solve a problem that they've been looking high and low and nobody else can. And it is what it is. You owe it to yourself to find skill sets that are in demand with low supply and make it work for you. And that is how I've always won. I've always taken problems that other people couldn't solve and found resolutions and made it work because that's how my brain works. That's my superpower. So it doesn't matter the arena that I'm in. I'm going to be successful because I'm not going to take the easy route. I'm not built like that. See, the problem with so many people in America is they've always taken the easy route. And then when stuff get hard because they got complacent and comfortable, they get in their feelings. Get out your feelings and get to work. It's that simple. So like I said, the SBA 7A loan, they've removed all the fees. They just had like a Zoom call, I think on the 22nd, going over that. You need to look at certifications in your area of expertise, and you don't need just a regular certification. There are certifications behind the certifications. There are specialized certifications, and you can get them. You can still get them. Just get them. Like I'm trying to explain to people, and you've got to be multifaceted. The the advantage of being in appliance repair is that we have to understand plumbing, we have to understand HVAC, we have to understand electrical. If you have to understand it a little bit, why not go ahead and move on to the certifications for it? Everyone knows, well, maybe you don't. There are states you can go get certifications in that you don't need the work hours because what did I tell y'all earlier? The law of supply and demand. There is a high demand for plumbers, electricians, and HVAC personnel in certain states where you don't need the job hours. You just got to pass the test. And then in those states, you can use the law of what do you call it? The law of reciprocity, where you can work on boarding states. Like this is a game, and you got to have a strategy. And it just kills me how people sit here and complain about what they can't do. No one's going to give you anything. Anybody that thought that they were, that people were, then I'm sorry to break it to you. And then on top of this, let me tell you something. And I want y'all to get real close for this one. Watch your circles. Learn how to walk away from groups and people, places, and things that no longer serve you, your mission, your purpose. Because a lot of people will get close to you just to get the game. They really don't want to help you. They really don't want to see you thrive because they don't understand how you move. Don't get upset because I'm not like you. That's not how I'm built. I'm built not only for survival, but for thriving through all times. And I'm built that way because I spent time by myself to hold myself accountable and to wean myself from the traditional BS. Because at the end of the day, the only way you're going to come up in life is to be consistent and be very clear about your moves. And whatever you are ignorant about, it is your responsibility to learn. You better get here and get this information while it's still accessible. Because I guarantee you there's going to come a time where you're not even going to be able to get through that door to even peep in a book. I'm very clear about that. So I move accordingly. I absorb everything I can because once it's here, no one can take it away. And that's a lesson I got for you today. If you want a gym, that's it. Stop talking to people who have nothing to bring to the table, who whine all the time, who always say, woe is me, and don't want to strive for excellence. You are responsible for wherever you are and wherever you go. Believe me. And do not have relationships with people who don't have your back because people will tell you who they are. Believe them. Just walk away. It don't have to be dramatic. Just walk away. So let me get back to this. Um, I just talked about relationships, building relationships. You have to connect with the right groups, and then you gotta go into places you're not comfortable. I deal with the Chamber of Commerce. That's not necessarily a place I was comfortable because I got my own thought process on that. But I understand that I needed to have those relationships to understand the land, the lay of the land where I live because these relationships are invaluable. You got to join groups in your industry and you got to start taking action in those groups because that is going to make you stand out. You have to decide how you want to move and you got to move accordingly. There's no more excuses. You're going to have to learn how to leverage all the resources that are at your disposal, whether it's partnerships, whether it's grants, whether it's government loans. You have to understand that just because one door closed, several others open, but because you were not versed, you didn't know where they were. You were following the sheep. I don't follow sheep, y'all. Oh no. When they going this way, I'm going that way. Because I learned a long time ago that's crowded, it's drama, and it's messy. I want no parts. I'm going over here where I can think clearly and make the proper decisions and develop great relationships for a lifetime. You have to audit your current position, you know, evaluate the skills you have, the certifications, and your business structure. Identify the weaknesses and areas of improvement and opportunity and make it happen. Create a structure plan. Write down your business goals for 2025 and beyond and break them into actionable steps. You know, you need to include timelines for the certifications you want to get, the partnerships and the financial milestones you want to have. And then you have to build if they don't exist or join the right networks. That is so key. Like I said earlier, research local and online industry groups, surround yourself with people and resources that elevate you and move without emotion. These are the final notes I got for you guys. Develop a daily routine that focuses on productivity and development. Avoid impulsive decisions by sticking to your plan. See, when you got a plan, you're going to be out here doing this other stuff because the plan will keep you on track. This is why I always preach 12-week year, great book, Atomic Habits, great book, Home Service Millionaire, E Myth. Um, there's so many, and Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Get out here and get it, y'all. Get out here and get it. Take advantage of resources. Research the SBA programs and other small business funding opportunities. I think one of the things most people don't understand that businesses struggle on in is cash flow. And when you're starting up, you're going to make financial moves, and then you're going to make mistakes because you don't have the resources to actually do it, quote unquote, the right way. And those shortcuts will come back and bite you. But you need to manage, you need to master financial instruments in your personal life, in your professional life, and your business life. It is because that is going to be your what makes and breaks you. You need to track your progress. If you're not tracking your progress, you don't know where you're going and where you need to go. Regularly evaluate your progress towards goals and adjust your strategy as needed to ensure continued growth. So, I cannot stress this enough. Get prepared today. You need to continue to elevate your skills, continue to build relationships with the right people, the right groups, and you need to stop being intimidated by what you don't know. You got to step out and step in order to go up. If you need any help or if you need any additional coaching, you guys know I always have in my description my coaching link. We have a 30-minute business clarity section where we hit on a number of things. But at the end of the day, we also have extended sections where we can coach you through, like a 4-week plan to get things in order. But with that said, I said I wasn't going to take up a lot of y'all time. I just need y'all to understand. Get out those emotions, man. Get out your feelings because that's a distraction. Get on purpose, get on progress. See you at the top. Oh, yeah. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Maybe this can help someone else too. Have a great day. Be blessed. And remember, stay focused. Solid steppers keep stepping. Take the Titans. See you at the top. Miss Ward signing off.